Hey guys, what's up? This is Anmol,
And this is Ayush,
and
and
together
together
we are
we are
coexistence.
coexistence. So let's get down to it.
Alright, so the track basically starts off with a 32 bar intro, and in the intro, we've used a lot of synth sounds, a lot of one shots, some ambiances, and some effects, and a vocal chop sample.
Now, the idea behind this track was to showcase sounds that are associated with the labels Serpent, from infectious rolling bass lines signifying a state of trance that the venom puts one into after entering the bloodstream, to a pulse oximeter's bleep, which a patient bit by a serpent would be hearing a lot when he or she is admitted in the hospital.
The intro contains some pads, some synth shots that we have actually synthesized using VSTs like Serum, and a few one shot samples which we have taken from splice or other sample packs which we have been accumulating over the years. So let's get down to it. Let me first make you listen to the section of the intro. As you see, it starts off with a very pulsy beep, which Ayush mentioned earlier. Exactly the one that you hear in the background, right here. I will just teach you how we made this. Have a listen to the intro.
Reduce attention, reduce peripheral awareness, and to enhance capacity to respond to suggestion. The term may also refer to
So, this is basically the intro. Uh, as you can, I'm just going to make you hear this on solo so that you have an idea for which I'm talking about. Can you hear this pad that is going on in the back with a lot of bleepy noises? Let me teach you exactly how we made this. It was made by using samples from a sound bank from Serum. As you can see, it's actually a sine wave. We used the Atmos 07 from the sound library under the noise section right here. Then we used two oscillators on this sound, oscillator A and oscillator B. On oscillator A, we added Moonster 2 sound from the spectral library, and on oscillator 2 we added this sound from the digital library. On oscillator A and oscillator B, we did a little bit of modulation and some changes. We on oscillator A and oscillator B, we added unison on both to give more voices, which adds more layers to the sound. And on A, we detuned it by an octave.
Now, we added a bit of modulation to both the oscillators on wavetable positions. For oscillator A, we assigned the value of wavetable position to LFO1, and for oscillator B on LFO 3 and 4. So We did this to basically shape the wavetable according to our sound and specific taste.
We then added a bit of effects in the VST itself. We added some distortion to make it a bit grungy, some delay and reverb to make it sound spacey, after which we removed the low ends on the EQ. So basically that's how we did it. I'll just show it on piano roll. It's just a long key which is playing on C sharp minor. Yeah, so that's how we made the sound. In the intro section, we used a lot of one shots from pigments from the time lock sound bank. I'll show you where we use this. For example here. I'm just quickly going to make you listen to a few sounds that we used on the intro itself. Like here, we used pigments and we used the Arctic selector from the sound bank, time lock sound bank, to create this one shot. I'm just going to trigger some notes which will make you hear what kind of sound that was going behind it. Well, we then automated the cutoff and wavetable position according to our liking, that's all. Then we removed some high end with some EQ, like here. We are only using the mid frequencies and removing the highs and the low frequencies so that it doesn't clash with the sounds that are playing in the background. And then we added a bit of echo to make it more spacey and interesting. That's it. So basically, as you see in the intro section, wait a second. Yeah. So basically, as you see in the intro section, there are just pads and ambience noises and one shots that's playing in the background. This was our intro. Now, after the intro, the kick and the bass line is introduced.
The kick is simple placed on every beat. We used a sample for the kick. We'll just show it to you there.
It's just a simple kick placed on every beat in the bar. It's very simple. We have actually freezed and flattened it to make it sound like a seamless loop.
Now coming to the bass line, we made a rolling type bass line for this project, which gives it that PSYTECH vibe. Now let me show you how we made the bass line.
Yeah. It's very simple. I'm just going to show you the MIDI of the bass line. Here we are using 1/64th of a note on C sharp minor key, and we are not putting the note on the first beat, but after that we are making 3 notes of 1/16 in the piano roll. And sometimes on the fourth beat we are placing the note one note above to give it that extra variation and contrast. That's all. Now this bass line was made using Serum VST.